The new federal bankruptcy law went into effect last October. It was supposed to stop reckless spenders from bucking the system, but is it actually hurting honest Americans? A recent survey polled 60,000 Americans seeking protection under that new law, and 97% of them could not pay their bills. 4 out of 5 had financial crises from job layoffs, medical bills, or the death of a spouse, not from reckless spending. And joining us now to talk about this new law is attorney Warner Mendenhall. Appreciate your stopping by again.
Thank you.
Yeah, there is a perception out there that there are some people who just spend and spend and spend without regard to credit limits, and then they find themselves in trouble. Is that typical of your client you represent in bankruptcy?
Absolutely not. The typical client that we have has a medical problem that has resulted in escalating medical bills, or has lost a job, or maybe has undergone a death in the family, which has resulted in other bills. Those are the typical clients that I see.
And you have seen a lot of LTV steel workers who lost their jobs.
Yeah, unfortunately, Cleveland has been especially hard hit. I think this is an impact of the globalization that's gone on. A lot of our companies have filed bankruptcy, and as you may know, when they file the bankruptcy, a lot of times those pensions are affected. So we've had both active hourly and salaried workers that have had to file bankruptcy based on this, and also retirees have had to file bankruptcy because their pensions were cut in half.
And Warner, what is it specifically about this new law that makes it harder on people who genuinely need that bankruptcy protection? Well,
there's a number of things that have happened. First of all, there's a means test that's required, and every attorney who does bankruptcy is required to see that their client passes the means test. Mm-hmm. Additionally, they have to go through credit counseling. And finally, the Congress has raised the fees for filing, so it's become more expensive for everybody to file. I think that these hurdles may slow down the bankruptcy filings, but the underlying problems that are causing bankruptcy are still there.
At what point should someone start thinking about bankruptcy?
Well, you know, whenever you're feeling, if a person is feeling overwhelmed by medical bills, if someone has lost their job, they certainly should at least talk to an attorney about what the options are, whether it is credit counseling, whether there's a way to restructure their debt, or whether in fact a Chapter 7 or a Chapter 13 bankruptcy is necessary.
Okay, well, if you would like to contact Warner, if you have questions for him, his offices are on Union Street in Akron, and the number to call is 330-535-9116. Of course, we also have a link to his website, and you can find that on newsnet5.com. And Warner, thanks again for stopping by.
Thank you very much.
We're going to